Dann YouTube auch noch. Wollen ja auf allen Medien.
Ich werde balloniert. Oh, fucking hell. Ja, das Scheiße, ey.
Mach dir keinen Stress, mach dir echt keinen Stress. Alles easy. Mein Gott. Ist halt ein bisschen verzerrt.
I'm
Warte mal.
planted.
YouTube, is it working? Okay, so we have our first viewer here. Gucci Flucci and Simon. Hi, guys. My guy, some people coming in. Are you getting excited, Vincent?
No.
Okay.
I'm just fighting with technical issues here, as you can
Yo.
see.
Yeah, Vincent is a little bit, how do you say it in English? Like, he's a little bit stretched, but yeah, distorted a little bit.
Tilted, slanted,
Tilted,
distorted, everything.
everything all at once. Yeah, we have Dennis here. We have Jacob here, by the way. DPA.
Where do I see the chat in the... I need to go to your Twitch?
Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest way. If you go onto Twitch and write Max Schwugier, I can also send you the link. Yeah, and then you simply mute it or something. And then on the bottom left, you should see some chat messages.
Yeah, I need to sign up to Twitch first.
Well prepared as always. No,
yeah, you know.
We met a couple of minutes before, and we both had some technical issues. I also had some. I really often, like, the people from my Twitch know that I really often have some technical issues. Like, sometimes the YouTube stream doesn't work. Sometimes the audio is not working. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to entertain the people a bit while I'm signing up for Twitch. I had a Twitch account, but I don't know what happened. I used it, I don't know,
Easy.
6 years ago.
I can reach you a little bit of messages. So Jacob writes Ozapft-ish because you were taking a sip.
We have Bavarian alkoholfreies Tegernseer Helle.
This is AI. It's not alkoholfrei. It's yo. Hi guys from Martin Bausch. Hello. Hello.
So my old username is taken away because probably that's me. And now I can write as Vincent Zwei. Hello.
Okay, awesome. Let me also do a quick post on Instagram that we are live now. Yes, let's go.
My extremely tilted face. I'm not that small.
You're very slim right now. You did a lot of cycling in the in the last couple of weeks. That's why.
I have to cycle every day 20 kilometers to go like 10 to the office and 10 back. So it
keeps you in shape, right?
Yeah, that. But we have the healthy question coming up, as I have seen in your question. So we will get to that later.
Exactly, my friend. Let me just... I'm still looking for my Twitch link so I can post it.
By the way, is the quality so bad?
On Twitch?
Yeah. Does
Actually,
everyone see it so bad?
I think, like, actually it should be 1080. But sometimes it's making the quality worse. Let's see. Here on my side, I think here on my side it's 1080.
Yeah, if I switch it to 720, then it looks good. Perhaps it's just my... Well, our internet is fast. Not as our old office in Hamburg.
Oh, okay. Shots fired to Jacob. But I think he also moved, so.
Yeah, I just seen on Instagram that he moved.
Yes. So we have a couple of messages. You used to stream yourself. Don't you have the account? That's a question from Jacob. Vincent looks like footage of cam roulette. do you know cam roulette?
From
Good
back in
old
the day.
times. 720 is
Yeah,
the
weird.
max on Twitch, it seems. You're streaming 720.
Yeah, no, I know it's, I had this issue. Well, everyone knows all the crap with all the devices, connecting cable, old thingy, microphone. The camera is the
Mhm.
old one because I don't have the cables for the Fuji. This is the Sony. It's a Alpha 6300. It's like, I don't know, nearly 10 years old.
Mhm.
But if I put down the quality on this one, I can stream for longer. It's not overheating, so it's good. But I had this distortion thing before. I only had it in Firefox. In Chrome, it worked.
Weird. Yeah, it's
I don't
super
know.
weird. But yeah, maybe I can stretch it a little bit afterwards.
No, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I
I
think
can
it's
do
gonna
this
be
one.
fine. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, and
Then
you
I'm very German, so let's get straight to it.
yeah,
Question number
okay.
one. You want to start, or
So
how do we?
I thought about let's start maybe a bit and talk about your like your Werdegang, your history, like how did you do your first steps in 3D? What was your very first touches with 3D? How did you come to 3D?
Um, by the way, is it when I share my screen now? Well, let me test it. Do,
Yeah, you can share your
I-
screen. Let's try that. I thought it could be a cool
yeah, well,
idea to actually watch some of your older work and then you can maybe speak a little bit about this was, I don't know, during the university time. This was during, I know you've been to Ike Sponsor, right? For your,
this was my first freelance job in Ike Sponsor, but yeah, I
yeah,
think I still. Oh, wait, this is not the very first.
and I
Do I still have
see
the
it.
very first?
Yeah, now we see your screen, I think. Guys, can you
Yeah,
see the screen? And by the way, you need to be very careful with if you open, for example, Instagram or something, and if you show like naked boobs or something of women, I get instantly banned on Twitch. So I hope that's not gonna happen, but it happened to me once, so I'm just gonna tell you, be careful with
nah,
what you share.
there are no boobs here.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
good.
I think the first job I did was for Nike, but this was like a few, I don't know, months after that. This was for Bayerischer Rundfunk.
Nice.
Super crappy, boring stuff here. This was 2015, so
Mhm.
11 years ago, and
Crazy.
yeah, that I think I started 12 years ago or something like that.
Mhm.
I usually collect files in my like a social folder, and
Mhm.
the first collection I have is 2016, so it's not the very beginning. I don't know where the very beginning is. It's probably on an old hard drive somewhere, lost and rotten.
Mhm.
And you can see also the resolution is so small at that time.
Yeah.
But well, I keep it running quickly. I think it's anyway already quite some images because in the beginning I was always trying to be as productive as possible and do these kind of daily artworks. It was a really good time back then to do dailies
Mhm.
because like it was nice to share stuff on social media. It was not yet so fucked up with algorithm shit and things. You could easily connect to people and to your community, build up all the stuff, and playing around with cinema was really fun back in the days. It was like nothing was important. I didn't have any big clients or any things going on. Wait, there's audio.
Mhm.
And I had my first client was Soul. It was a music label, and I played around a lot for them and with them. And this is most of the stuff in there. And also some of the frames are here already with Vitali from the Reeperbahn Festival, which was
Nice. Yeah.
like my first bigger project. And we worked, I don't know, 3 months together on that. Was really fun to play around, experience, learn things. It was obviously unpaid, or no, I think it was unpaid. I think we got just free tickets for the festival, but
How
yeah, it
did you
was
met
really
Vitaly,
fun
by
back
the way?
then.
How did you met him?
Yeah, I made an internship at university at Seesucht
Mhm.
in my fifth semester or fourth, I don't know, something like this. And Vitaly was working there as a junior artist, and we've met there at the same time. And then I had to go back to university, but somehow we kept in contact, and I moved to Hamburg after my studies. And somehow we reconnected and started to do things together. And I think that was definitely the time when things started to get interesting for the both of us, because he was very production driven. He had a lot of experience in, I would say, more advertising things, and I was more coming from art style university where I always tried to be free. And then bringing our two worlds together, I think it was a good combination for the time. And still going quickly through some of the
So
rendering and testing.
just to follow up with you here. So you started with 3D in general at the university, right? I think
no, after university.
After university.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, where I studied is like, well, while you're a student, you don't know how good a university is. But when I look back, I really realized that the university in Augsburg is really bad. And
shots fired.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, when I was studying there were so few teachers which were really dedicated. I had one, Kai Bergman, was really good. He was teaching me a lot, and for the rest, I didn't learn much of them. I mean, if you want, I just forget digital stuff there.
Yeah.
I learned everything by myself. And back then, when I started, there was only Grayscale Gorilla. So, yeah.
So you
studied.
Did you study interactive media or communication design?
No, graphic design.
Graphic design, communication
But
design.
let me quickly turn off the. Yeah, now you see my tilted face again. Cheers.
Let me see. Yeah. Now we can see you again. Okay, so you started with communication design and you did no 3D at all there. And then after the studies, you first of all were at Eichsponsa and then you did an internship at Seesucht. So that's
I did internship while I was at university.
Okay.
It was like a fourth internship. I did that at Seesucht back in the time, which was like the coolest motion graphic 3D company back in the time. And I only did 2D stuff back there.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I really like film and motion graphics. I always made movies, even as a kid, with the camera of my parents, like stop motion stuff. Or in school, I made film project. I was in the film class. It was like a free thing where after school you meet, and it was theater and film. I was very bad at theater, but I really enjoyed film stuff. So I always had film and photography in the head of my mind. And because the teacher was so bad in university about film and motion and all this stuff, I stopped taking any classes there and only went with graphic design because Kai was the best teacher there. And then slowly after that, I worked in a branding agency in Hamburg, and then I started to realize that I really want to go back to the thing I really like, which is making animated moving images or motion graphics, like anything time-based media I really enjoyed. Yeah, and then I quit my job, stuck myself at home, and learned as quickly as I could every day doing stuff.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then things got really quickly, like one thing led to another, then some connection to Seesucht, then here the sound guys, the music gang Soul was some connection through Augsburg, and yeah.
Okay, and how roughly would you say, how long did it take to you being then at Eichsponsa? Because you said
Jürgen, I see Jürgen in the Fischstämmel time. That was the very, very beginning. Fischstämmel was a project when I was still in university, and I made my intern at Seesucht. They don't say Semmel in the north, but they eat Fischbrötchen.
Yeah.
But no one says Semmel, and this was our project. And we had like weekly goals to do an artwork to any topic. And let me see, is Fischstämmel still somewhere online?
Yeah, show it to us.
But it's so I don't know if it's
a nice name.
If I look for Fischstämmel, it's impossible to find. Yeah, I don't think it's.
You can't
Perhaps it's
find it.
still somewhere on hard drive.
Yeah, we would love to see, but no worries. If you don't find it, it's all good.
I found something.
Mm-hmm. Share it,
It's
my
not the
friend.
website. Yeah, wait. I'll share the screen, and perhaps if I look through my hard drive, I'll find something as well.
I mean, we love to see your
These were
distorted
some.
face, but
Yeah, wait. Also on my Vimeo, if I go. Yeah, this was Jürgen's work. That's funny that I find it for Fischstämmel.
Kapital ist auch eine Antwort. Okay. So Jürgen did the animation or did he do the sound design here?
No, he did everything. He also Jürgen
Oh,
was into
okay.
animation.
Yeah, I think he told me that once.
13 years ago.
Man, you guys are grandpas.
Yeah, really, that's fucked up. And I don't know, the website Das Auge is, I can't even make it bigger, but these were images from the projects. Let me zoom into the page. Which I took for weekly projects. We made this super crap. I mean, it's so bad if I see that stuff now. It's so old. But back then there wasn't even Instagram. Think about, or perhaps it. No, there was no Instagram.
By
It
the
was
way,
nice because you don't have.
By the way, Jürgen said shout out to Tissy. I also saw it. Matthias Lein was part of it, of the project from Jürgen, right? He was in the credits. Yeah, I just saw it.
This is. I was organizing an exhibition in Augsburg, and I had many artists participating to that. Let me see if I go into my Vimeo and type for Fischstämmel if there's still. But I know I still have videos from university time. Yeah. So that is 2021. And it's really bad. But
this
was
Hamburg, right?
yeah, this is Hamburg, by the way.
Yeah.
Crappy gray city, and I mean, yeah, student project vibe. And seeing that, it's really great how far I came.
Yeah, it's nostalgic, right? Watching those student stuff.
This is like a recap for the project 13 years ago.
I think the 2D motion design was quite good in the beginning.
Yeah, come on, not really. But these were this was every week was one project for the Fischstämmel stuff.
Nice.
But it's crazy. People are so much better these days because also it's so easy to learn things. Back then there was nothing to learn. Like YouTube tutorials weren't a thing yet, and you just had to do and figure out your own shit.
Yeah. I also saw young Vince in one frame or something. In one shot.
Yeah, fucking yeah. Now I have really gray hair and starting to get upper vibes with pain and here and problems there, and
yeah, we come to the healthy stuff later. Okay, so you kind of did all these projects, and then at some point you came to Sponsor, and then you did your first Nike job and the stuff for BR, right?
Yeah, no, I was only freelancing at Sponsor for just a few months or so.
Okay, you were not you were not staff there? I thought you were like wait.
No.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. So was this your first freelance gig or one of your first freelance gigs, or?
The very first was a 2D drop. How was the name of them? Yeah, I think the company doesn't exist anymore. They did this video mapping thing, but I met Bernd da, and I still know him. He's really cool. He's in Berlin.
Bernd Kopfgestaltung? Are you talking?
Marbach? Bernd, wait, let me.
Okay, sorry. Maybe I'm confusing the Bernds here. Bernd das Brot?
Marbach, that's this guy. Wait,
are you sharing?
Really nice guy. You don't share. Yeah, Bernd Marbach, shout out.
Okay, yeah, shout out to Bernd. Okay, so you started then freelancing and you were capable of doing Cinema 4D, I guess. Were Redshift a thing back in the
No,
days?
no. Everything, no.
Everything no?
I didn't do 3D in the beginning. I only knew After Effects in the
Mm-hmm.
first time, and I had to learn cinema myself after university.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started with Octane, and I switched to Redshift in 2018. Yeah, I remember the time when I was
2018, yeah.
switching. This was, sorry, I need too many screens everywhere.
All
Share
good.
your screen. Entire screen, allow.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
This was the time when I was switching to Redshift. This was, yeah, all that stuff. When the Oculus came out and everyone was crazy with Medium.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I switched to Redshift. You can already see it, whatever I did here. There's some Redshift lights.
Okay,
And
okay. Was it
yeah, it
also
was a
the
good time
time?
to.
Was it also the time when you did those faces? Like those, I remember you painted
Which
some
one? These?
faces. Yeah, I think there were some faces and also like birds and stuff and animals. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah, I
one,
think
for
that was
example.
the time, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was the first time you could model something so humane and
Hmm?
fun. And yeah, I really enjoyed playing around with Medium. Unfortunately, as big companies like to kill stuff, Adobe killed Medium, and yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Okay.
But then, yeah, this was all painted with the VR glasses.
Nice, nice. Yeah, pretty cool. I remember this one that you showed, like the little
Which one
cylinder
is
that is rotating along the
cylinder?
cloth. I think also that was your first
This one?
Patreon tutorial.
No.
Or one of your.
The
I mean,
first,
it's
yeah, yeah.
quite
Wait,
quite similar to this.
I
Yeah,
know which one was the first Patreon.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see. Still there. Yeah, Patreon was quite a ride, but you have some questions to that as well,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's maybe come to the second question. I think that was really interesting to see how you started and how you got where you are. I mean, we didn't come to where you are now, but I guess you simply did more and more jobs together with Vitali, and you kind of developed your own style over the time. I think also, I think also in these kind of beginning works, it's hard to recognize your style. I'm wondering, like maybe that's a question in between. When did you find your own style in terms of soft bodies? Because I remember when I was at university and I was starting with 3D, I really, you were one of the very first artists I kind of found on Instagram. And you always were, for me, you always were the soft body guy. I don't know why, but you had a lot of soft body stuff in Cinema 4D. And they were super
Yeah,
nicely lit
definitely.
and super nicely shaded and beautiful
I
designed.
really love soft bodies. I
Yeah,
love the tactile motion of these like fluid sculpture vibe, but also it's so abstract, and then it's connected to reality by these realistic materials and shaders. And I really like playing with these contrast of realism and abstractism, and therefore really soft bodies is a very interesting playground, and I did
yeah,
that for many years, but I'm starting to get bored of soft bodies or of everything. But I will talk about this later in other
yeah,
questions.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's also normal that we develop as artists and we kind of move on with different topics and so on. But yeah, like speaking about your first freelance gigs and so on, I think that's maybe a good next question. So a lot of people asked me whether I can ask you. Let me just switch it to your distorted, lovely face. Do you have any tips on how to get in touch with new clients? Like you said, your first gig was as a 2D kind of artist, and you did some 2D work there, and then you kind of moved on and learned
Yeah,
the 3D stuff. But yeah, do you have any
my
tips?
first connection point was the internship at Seesucht.
Mm-hmm.
I met some interesting people there, which then later on I had kept in connection, and over them I got a few freelance projects. Then, yeah, really the beginning of all the job was actual human connections. But because I was pushing Instagram quite intense at that time, that really developed very quickly. And then more and more people came directly from the internet without any recommendation. But still, it's very good to be nice to clients and to be recommended
Recommended?
by other
Recommended,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
nice.
I would also say, well, it's always try to be nice to your clients. And I have a thing, there's two ways for clients. On the one hand side, I if I have a job, I'll try to understand if I only want to be a Dienstleister, like a service provider, and I will do mostly everything what they want and really try just to be a nice person. And very rarely, I really try to push my own style and really try to convince the client to go my way. I did that way more often in the beginning, but it's just too tiring. And yeah, most of the very interesting stuff I do is anyway without a client, and I just play around. Yeah, but going back to the question, I think it's always nice to be nice to clients, especially in the beginning when they're asking for some things, perhaps delivering something extra, like, hey, look, I made you 5 still images instead of the 3 which you were demanding, because some things are really very easy to deliver, like, I don't know, a second camera or whatever. And that yeah, for example, the Turco project, I worked 3 times already with them, and I think they are really nice, and I try to be like nice with them, and I really try to help them to develop their solution. For them, it's really all about the furniture. In every shot, the furniture needs to be visible, and they want, like, every shot the perfect furniture. And I try to at least go a little bit like, okay, we need a close up, we need something to create a bit of tension. But it's a very friendly back and forth, and trying to find the best solution for obviously the client, and I try to add a bit of my work as well. For Peggy, we did also a lot like bonus things, and the very first job we didn't have any contact with her. Even that was
Wait, Peggy?
for the
Where was
sphere that
Peggy?
Peggy Gou.
The artist you work with, and you did. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah. I
the
remember, yeah.
first thing was that we directly worked for the sphere, and we didn't have any contact with her, but we stalked her Instagram so hard that we tried to find topics she liked, and she really did like things. And then she came to us after the show in Las Vegas and wanted to work more with us. And I think this is
Nice.
a good way to put extra dedication when you think that it's worth it. If it's a good client, I would put in more of my time and hours. If the client's anyway crap and you don't want to work for them again, I would say just stick to your minimum. But yeah, investing
Yeah.
in that is definitely good. And of course, being out and meeting people is still very important. Some people are way better than me on this, like on face-to-face socializing, going to design festivals, trying to grab every person and trying to get the perfect connection to whatever. And then people will remember you and then try to book you on projects or lead you for something or whatever. It's always good to be in the head of some people.
So you would
And
say,
most interesting.
just to summarize, you would say going the extra mile for clients you really like, which are nice, and maybe doing a little bit more than they actually ask you for, and then also networking, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
And
it's
yeah, of
also
course, being
authentic if you don't go to everybody and kind of try to speak to everybody and so on. I think it's just being kind of
yeah,
natural and
it's a fine
authentic.
line of being desperate. So don't
Yeah,
be desperate.
exactly. Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. For the social world, I always think is like no one knows who is seeing it. So I better put it out at every channel. And for this, I'm using a tool called Metricool.
Oh, you're using a tool in
Let
order
me,
to upload your stuff?
yeah, I use it for all platforms except for Instagram.
Hmm.
I
Interesting.
will share my screen.
Yeah, for sure. So you would say
One
also
sec.
social media is quite important as an artist to.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, you're saying of course, but
Um,
I have that discussion quite a lot in my chat. So it's
yeah, I
nice
mean, I
that you
get
also say
really,
that.
yeah, I hate it. I hate social media. I hate
Hmm.
Instagram. They're fucked up, crappy, draining company which are destroying kids,
Yeah.
making people anxious and anxiety and we get brain rot by them because they have the perfect people working on you getting hooked on their platform. I really try to stay as low as possible on any platform, but this is symmetrical.
Okay.
And you
Cool.
can plan posts and like, I don't know, let's make a post. Let me see what I get. Let's post something old.
And you can schedule the post, like
A,
for example, post it tomorrow on 2 p.m. or something, right?
yeah,
That's pretty
a
cool.
throwback from the past, testing VR and Redshift. And I have connected every platform, like there's Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram. By Instagram, we need to switch to story, and Threads is on. Pinterest it's posting. YouTube we can put as a short. Oh wait, no, this is an image. This we can't. But yeah,
That's
then you
pretty
have
cool. Yeah.
everything scheduled. And
Dude, have you like tried the new feature on Instagram, the trial reels? I kind of found a
yeah,
glitch in order to receive really, really a lot of followers. And what you do is basically you pick your stuff that went viral once. So you know that kind of the audience on Instagram is kind of engaging with it. And you
yeah,
kind of repost it as trial post because it doesn't show up
every
on your
day.
feed anyways. Yeah, exactly. Every day one post and nobody will recognize it. And it just gets seen by new people. Works quite well. I don't know if you've tried it, but you should if you didn't yet.
No, I will try. I tried it before, but not in that field. I tried new posts and see how they work.
I think that's
But
how it's usually supposed to be used, right? But you can abuse it as an artist to just post stuff that you already posted, and you know those posts. For example, I have this pillow, this green pillow. I don't know if you know it from my work, where kind of stuff is floating on it, and I don't know. It has 70K views, and I posted it 3 times as trial post in the past. I don't know 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and every time it received 50K views again, like again and again. It's crazy. It's super crazy. So
yeah,
you
we'll
should
test
try
it.
that,
But
bro. Yeah.
yeah, Instagram's so annoying. It's everything has to be contentized with a story behind it. Everything needs to have a work in progress and behind the scene. Like
Yeah.
back in the days, it was you could just post one artwork and that was enough. But now it has to be, I don't know, a text, a story. You have to
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
something about it, right? It's so the artwork itself is getting pointless, and it's more about like being a content creator. They want you to be a content creator in the end.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's super annoying. By the way, someone is asking, is it okay to ask questions? I think if we find some time in the end, we make some open Q&A. We have quite a
Yeah,
lot.
all we know. I mean, let's
Yeah.
answer some questions. This is the point of. Isn't it nice that people are live in here, so they're not getting
Yeah, okay.
um
Let's maybe pick a few
out?
questions. Okay. Welsing 2D is asking, I have a question. You had a short face with that looked like photos and soft bodies moving in the photo. Schaufenster, for example. Or was all that modeled in 3D? I loved that series. Was all
I think this was a collaboration with Gonzalo.
hmm?
I don't know if this is one. If there was a chair in there as well. Or Schaufenster. I know that some of my work were shown in a Schaufenster, so perhaps this is a video of my work in a Schaufenster. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, I also don't know right now. Maybe
But yeah,
Welsing
thanks.
maybe you can send a link or something so we know which one you're talking about. Let me look it up. And while he's looking it up, maybe let's get a quick question in between. I think you answered this one before, but speaking about all the client work and stuff, what is your actual day rate? Like,
Yeah, this is a very interesting question. Because I try to work with a day rate of 1,000, but it's yeah, now everything is so in between because we have Pia working on some of the projects as well. Because of AI, she can do more and more things and help out of the team. And we have Victor on the team. And then we have a junior day rate, a senior day rate, and I don't know what kind of day rate. And Yeah. Also, if I tell a client my day rate is 1,000 euros, they like no one pays that.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
all think like I'm crazy. Except of the US, I think they do pay more because life is so expensive there. But what I then do is to give, well, actually, mostly I never work with a day rate anyway. It's
Mm-hmm.
mostly project based, but I try to calculate that myself. But sometimes if I get asked, I say I have, I don't know, 850 or 750.
Mm-hmm.
But then if I charge that I don't work the full day, then I just round it up to myself. So it's like on a 1K day rate. But I don't know if the 1K day rate is even fitting because sometimes projects are so demanding that I work way more. And sometimes I'm lucky and perhaps my day rate is even higher than that when projects are easy to achieve. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, most of the time they're not easy.
Yeah.
Most of the time I sit longer and then my calculation is wrong. And yeah, so in the end, I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
my day rate is.
Okay, yeah, I
It's
understand that.
mostly project based.
Yeah. Actually, because of that, what you said in the end, I'm not working with a fixed budget or a project-based budget because I feel like, I mean, obviously you kind of have good contracts and probably you have very clearly communication of how many feedback rounds and so on. But I, like in the beginning when I was a freelancer, I did a project-based kind of stuff or a fixed budget stuff, and the client was like pushing into feedback rounds over feedback rounds over feedback rounds, and we kind of were stuck in this endless feedback loop. What do you do exactly for in that case? Like, have you written it in the
I have
contract or?
kind of open feedback rounds. They can tell me as much as they want, which is also nice. But
Hmm.
mostly I limit the project to a time.
Hmm.
And then I see, okay, I have, I don't know, 12 days, 12 working days on it. And the project is 15K or 20K. And then I know I have 1K for myself. And then I have extra money to book other artists into the project. And if they reach the time, like over the time limit, then we need to recalculate and it's going to cost more. And I write that
Hmm.
in the contract. And usually I write even that the price is more expensive if we hit longer than what we were usually planning. Because I really hate it when clients are so slow in responding and then the projects are getting chewed out like chewing gum. And
Hmm.
then I have other projects in line, then things start to overlap. And I really hate that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I feel
getting
you.
stressful. And yeah, that's why I try to really push clients to fit to one schedule.
Yeah. And do you work mostly with direct clients, or do you have studios working with studios or?
Mostly direct clients,
Okay, cool. Yeah, you probably
but
can also
also
charge them a little bit more, right? Uh,
probably, yeah, because there's no studio in between.
exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes I work for studios, but I very rarely work as a one-man freelancer in a bigger project for a bigger studio. I'm just a motion artist or just a soft body guy or whatever. I'm usually doing a whole project.
Okay, cool. And let's see, did Welsing post the link or something? I don't
Or what
think
else?
so.
Which questions do we have?
Yeah, let's see. How did 2D experience influence your first steps in 3D? That is a question from Ika.
Yeah, everything plays together. Like my study. Well, started photography. Well, no, that's even like I started filming when I was like 15, and I started photography with 17. And I really wanted to be like a skateboard guy. I took lots of pictures of me and my friends, and I learned a lot in that time about lens, light, cameras, and so on. And then in the graphic design study time, I learned a lot about colors, typography, composition, all the things. And then in 2D, I learned a lot about timing, motion, editing, flow things, and everything plays together in 3D. 3D is just the end game of everything.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
combination of knowledge of out of each everything I learned in the past, I would say.
I think also like animating stuff in 2D, like you learn probably nice timings, easings, and so on, and you carry that over probably into 3D, right? Um, let's see. Another
That's
question.
funny. Yeah. Axel.
Yeah. we had an office in Zeishof, not far from where Vincent lived years ago, and our intern saw
Yeah,
him from the
Hyde
window
in
as you
Hamburg.
walk with your dog and started to screaming on whole office and run on the street to meet, but she didn't. Good for him. That's like true fanboy moment, right?
I had some fanboy moments. I had really funny fanboy moments
Yeah.
I was, for example, in a club in Berlin, like
Mm-hmm.
raving party, and then someone will, "Are you Vincent Schwenk?" It's like, yeah. I
That's
would not
crazy.
expect to hear.
That's crazy. You probably also have that a lot in Barcelona, right? At the off. Some
Yeah,
people
in
just come
Barcelona,
up
it's
to you.
something different. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was funny to get recognized in public in incognito. And
Yeah.
sometimes people are writing me, "I have seen you today in the coffee, blah, blah." I was too shy to say hello.
Oh,
But that's,
crazy.
yeah, super nice that when people, oh, my camera overheated.
Yeah, yeah. We're seeing weird lines.
Well, it's distorted and overheated for fuck.
Oh, good, my friend. We can still hear
Don't turn the
you.
camera off and let it cool down. And in the meantime, I did a few tests recently with my
Mm-hmm.
face.
Mm-hmm.
I will let that run for a second.
Yeah, that's nice. So you share your screen or?
Yeah, wait, I will share my screen. I have to turn
Mm-hmm.
off the video, the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Just a second.
And maybe also like, mm, take your time. So no, don't worry. I believe you can hear me,
Yeah,
right, while you're doing stuff.
I hear you. Yeah,
So
all
so
good.
you were speaking about your day rate, and that was super interesting. I think the next question was like you were doing like Patreon for quite a long time. And I think the last
Yeah.
time we met in Barcelona, I was also asking you, and you said um, that there was a time you could live from that quite well, but the times also changed a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit is well positively said.
Okay.
While
So
it's
yeah,
yeah, wait, I'll quickly share my screen because it's kind of
yeah, yeah,
funny.
easy, easy. So yeah, the question was actually like maybe we can speak a little bit about that. Um,
Yeah.
but the question was actually, so what was your best kind of month in Patreon, and how did it change nowadays? Um,
The best month was in the middle of the pandemic, and
mhm.
I always did Patreon birthdays where I'm sharing a lot of extra content and texture packs and things like that. And I think I had one month with 16K.
Oh, that's nice. Wow, that's a lot.
And yeah, but this was just the birthday thing. And
Hmm.
yeah, but the whole curve is really crazy. It started little, then it went quickly high, and at the peak, I made like 95% of the time I made Patreon and only 5% client.
Wow.
And now everything switched back to like, I don't know, 20% of it is Patreon and 80% is client work back again.
Mhm. Crazy. So how much is it nowadays, if I may ask you? Because I'm also running a Patreon, as you know, probably. And I also feel like it's going down. And was also speaking to different artists like Thanos and so on that are also running Patreons. And kind of everyone's telling me the same, that like kind of doing this Patreon tutorial stuff is not working so
Yeah,
well
yeah.
nowadays as it used to be.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
yeah, so how much
So
is it nowadays, if you don't mind sharing it?
yeah, it's perhaps like 3K.
Oh wow.
So
Okay. So come.
90% of it is already dropped down. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's also, well, I'm doing this since 2019. That's quite a while. And I talked so much about cinema.
Mhm.
And I also don't like the development of cinema in the last, no, especially 3 years or something like that, or four, yeah, 3, 4 years. So I'm less motivated about Maxon or Cinema 4D as I used to be.
Mhm.
I'm still quite motivated about design and motion pictures and animated things in general, but yeah, I don't know yet. It's a bit
Mhm.
not so nice that, well, you had the feeling that everything goes down a little bit on like on everywhere, and then zero development on Maxon's side. And yeah, I don't know, I think people also noticed that C4D is a bit getting a Boomer program.
Yeah. Also, I think I have the question somewhere at some point, but maybe we can, since we're speaking now about Maxon and stuff like that, maybe we can bring up the question now. What do you think about the new software from Maxon called Digital Twins? You probably have seen it, right? Where they
Yeah, it's a
introduce this.
joke. It's another joke. One of the biggest issue is that Maxon belongs to Nemetschek, and it's a stock-based company, so they need to be happy. Their shareholders need to be happy, and not the artists. And that's, I think, is the biggest difference between Houdini or Blender, which obviously Blender is for free, and Houdini is like a private company, so they really try to work for their
What if creating
artists. And yeah, I'm really sad with cinema. I really like the program. It's so simple, and they had an amazing time in. The biggest thing was when they released Fields and the volume builder in one release. Back then, they still had these great motion pieces. With every release, that was so fun, and yeah, I have the feeling everyone was so excited back then. And now, when you start to read comments of cinema, like everyone is only hating. There's
Yeah,
pure hate everywhere.
yeah.
But I'm really sad. Then instead of pushing the software really hard and telling people or showing that they still are relevant, they do this all this thing of trying to get money, like this tool you're just talking about, or instead of continuing to work on the Redshift real-time stuff, they killed it. I mean, anyway, it didn't work, but they killed it, and now they made a new product with the real-time stuff, but you have to subscribe to that again, once again.
Yeah. I'm just sharing my
But
screen, so.
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
That's my ugly camera thing. Let the camera cool a little bit, and then I'll be.
Yeah. No worries. Let me know once you're ready, and we can see your lovely distorted face again.
Yeah, perhaps it works now.
That sounds super weird to see your distorted face, but yeah, I get your point. By the way, talking about Maxon and Cinema 4D, I think personally, maybe I'm wrong, but personally, I think it's getting worse with Cinema 4D, but it is not as worse as it is with 3ds Max and Maya. I think I have the feeling that those softwares are quite fucked nowadays. They used to be stronger.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're out. No one uses it. That they are out for sure. But the big race was still C4D, Blender, and Houdini. And
Yeah. Maybe Unreal
I
Engine.
don't know. I feel like there's no more updates in cinema. Like there are, since I don't know how many seasons, they are updating the particles, which are something no one wants, because you could use particles with X particles, which was better.
Yeah.
And they're trying to build their capsule nodes, which I don't know anyone using that. And they had so many wrong developments. They tried to develop their own render, the Pro renderer, which was a waste of energy. And the capsule was definitely a wrong direction for them, because if I want to go with capsules, I don't go with Maxon's capsule. I will switch to Houdini and directly go with capsules there.
Yeah.
But
Do you
I still
remember?
haven't lost my hope on them. I really hope that they find some strengths and some power and some money to invest in that software and make it competitive again. There are so many elements in the software which are so old. I really love working with hair, but the hair tool is like 15 years old. It's unusable. It's just a joke.
I
And
think it was nice when they introduced the new cloth workflow. That was quite
yeah, that
powerful, I
was
think.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. And I think another joke, which was really bad, they kind of pushed it really hard when they, I think it was for Redshift. I mean, obviously Redshift is also part of Maxon, and they kind of pushed this real-time render feature, and it's just an instant crash button, right? Sometimes I push it.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant before. It's
Yeah.
gone. They excluded it. Now it's for architects, and now you have to pay for it.
Oh, okay, crazy. I was not aware of that, actually.
Let's see what people are also asking about that. Do you plan switching anywhere else? Yeah, why? Oh, I would love to switch to Houdini.
Oh, really?
But yeah, of course I would like to, but how? I mean, I'm stuck in a business world, kinda, where I have to deal with emails, communication, marketing, sales,
Yeah.
taxes. I do my artworks anyway. I have people working for me as well, and then there's so much dealing with things and organizing and making that there's so little time on actual doing design stuff and artwork, which is very sad compared to when I was starting. There was way more time, but then I need to really. The only thing I would be possible to switch is if I say I don't take any jobs for half a year and I really do Houdini every day.
Let me.
And I tried it a couple of times,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I always
yeah. I
jump
saw the
back on
series.
cinema because
Yeah.
yeah, projects got busy and stressful, and then obviously I know cinema very well,
hmm Yeah.
so
Let me
I'm
know.
stuck.
Let me know when the time has come. I know the series you did with Mo when you wanted to learn Houdini.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do part 2 of it or something.
Let me quickly have a read on the question
Yeah,
comments.
sure.
Yeah, it's annoying that they focus on fluids and pyrodynamics that are miles away. Yeah, true. That's a miles away from. It's a VFX thing. They should have just let it. It's Houdini stuff. They should really focus on the strengths. On their.
Yeah.
It's so good to be quick in cinema with the MoGraph stuff, and the field development was amazing. And yeah, I don't know. I haven't lost my
Yeah.
hope yet, so that's why I'm still on Team C4D. But I'm getting older. I feel like I'm now the old white guy. He's still using Cinema 4D?
Yeah. But you were speaking about like all this marketing stuff and client stuff you're now involved into, right? And you don't have time to learn Houdini. So maybe that leads us to the next question. What was the worst client experience you ever had? I was also.
Yeah, the rest was, hey, how many times your parents says, Vincent, find a real job? I con- la- I had a funny collaboration with Ströer. They make the advertising outside,
Mhm.
and my work was shown there all around Germany and in the U-Bahn and
Mhm.
S-Bahn. And this was the first time I think my parents really understood what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Seeing my stuff in public, like, oh, this is so cool. They were really proud, and for them, it's like, okay, our son made it.
Mhm.
So they don't say that find a real job. They are proud now.
That's pretty cool. By the way, I was also part of that collaboration with Ströer. That was
Yeah, it's
really
really
nice.
nice
Yeah.
to explain your parents what you're doing.
So would you say the worst client experience was with your parents?
No,
Explaining
of
them.
course not. I will come to that. Let's quickly see what was your first project that helped you enter the
Yeah.
industry? Yeah, I see definitely the project with Vitali together. The project for Reeperbahn Festival was the biggest kickstart for us.
Mhm.
And after that, a lot of jobs came in. And did I miss something here? Yeah, no, that's good. Going to the worst client,
Yeah.
worst what the, not re- I had a few negative incidences. For example,
Mhm.
some clients in China really pay very, very slow. I had to wait like, I don't know, half a year till I got paid. But in the end, they paid. That's fine. But
Mhm.
I had a job once which was a waste of time because in the beginning I tried to push my style quite often, and I had a job offer which was paid very, very little or nothing, or nearly nothing. And I told them I will only do it if it's a portfolio piece. And I tried to push my world, and they didn't want it. They wanted it to be a product film and said like no. And
Mhm.
yeah, they told me I'm a diva, and the project was
What?
finished
What?
halfway. Yeah, and yeah, it was
Holy
just
shit.
a waste of time, unfortunately. So I learned from all these mistakes, and
Mhm.
these days I really try to separate client work with my personal work. And in the personal work, I try to go as bold as I can, while in client work, I try to make subtle design pushes.
Mhm.
But whenever they say they want something, I'll do it. I'm not gonna argue anymore. I'm
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
old and tired to fight with my free time and energy to convince clients from things. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Sometimes, very, very rarely that works, but I'm not pushing for it anymore.
Yeah, I think that's the right approach. And also, I think every freelance designer had this problem at one time where they got paid very late. That also happened to me, where I was waiting, I think, 6 months for a payment of 16K. And it wasn't at the beginning when I was freelancing, and it almost ruined my entire career. I couldn't sleep at night and so on. It was really horrible. But yeah,
That sucks.
that was really horrible.
By the way, Pretzel is not on the stream. Pretzel already left. He's already going home.
Yeah.
So I'm alone in the office now.
Yeah, I saw him earlier when he left with Pia.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh,
Let's
you're
see
back?
how long the camera is holding.
Okay,
Perhaps
nice.
I need to lower the quality of the camera so it's. Let me quickly check something.
Easy. God damn. Where can I stop my? Can I stop?
Is my video still on? No,
Let
it's
me
gone.
see. No. I think we cannot see you. Can we, guys?
The camera is starting.
I mean, I'm here, and I'm not distorted, guys. I know
don't
it's
do
not as
much
good
live
as
stream.
seeing Vincent, but sorry, what was that, brother?
Hey,
Sorry.
There's me, but
Yeah.
still distorted. Lame.
Yeah.
I need to make me bold.
Wait, we can't understore it here with some software stuff. No, that's not working. But yeah, maybe I mean, we were talking about worst client experience. Maybe we talk about the best client experience as well. Like, what was the best one? Did you have something where you say that was super sweet? That
Working
was
with the
kind.
Turco ladies is really nice. They are very cool. Working with Peggy Gou is also really nice. She really trusts me on doing something. She just roughly gives a theme on stuff she's interested in, and then we can pretty much do whatever we want. And she's always like super happy on it.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Wait, perhaps I didn't show much of Peggy's stuff yet. I will
You
share
want to
my
show?
screen
Yeah.
once again.
Let's go. Let's go
And
into that.
while I'm talking, I can put just all visuals in one video and we let it run.
Yeah.
Let me see if that works. If I can put everything in there.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was also asking myself, did you use Meshify or something in order to create those kind of creatures, or did you model them somehow?
Tripo. It's Tripo.
But it was an
It's the
AI,
same.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, Pia made the illustrations for the characters, and then we put it to Tripo and made 3D meshes out of the characters, and then to Cinema for extra textures and things, and then simulating in Cinema and rendering in Cinema. And yeah, it's a half AI, half old school workflow, but that allowed us to have these funny characters, which Peggy really loved.
Really cool, yeah.
And yeah, I need to go in this preview, and I just clicked. So this was a show for Australia. So there are many assets because she was playing at the Australian Open. And I'll be back in a second. I'll just close my door. Some people are coming.
Easy. By the way, guys, I can see some tennis stuff, and we're also working on some tennis stuff. So that's an interesting one. Some good inspiration. Yeah, a good inspiration for my project. Yeah.
No one has seen it, so it could become from you.
Nice. Oh, really? Yeah. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, this one. It's looked nice on the big screens, but yeah, lots of Australian animals we have in this theme, doing some dancing, and yeah, but I don't. There have so many videos. I don't know what's the fastest way. Look, the folder. This is just one topic, and then we have, I don't know, lots of candy bars and candy snippety snappity.
Damn.
This is not from Dan did this. This is Houdini.
Okay.
This is also Houdini stuff.
Looks really good.
This is some emitter thingy, and yeah, I was on one party in London visiting her, seeing the stuff live. That was also quite nice. She wanted cupids, so we have a lot of these cute fat animals shooting love arrows, and like flying and dancing.
Mhm.
And we had a lot of fruits. This is coming for Brazil. We had so many different dices animation. This one I really like. It's
Yeah,
quite
that's pretty cool.
simple, but has some nice effect on it.
Yeah, it's really nice how the
We have
other dices react to the ones that are rotating in the middle. It's really cool.
lots of dogs, dancing dogs. This was actually originally inspired by a picture of Pretzi when
Mhm.
Pretzi was at the hairdresser wearing such a hat thing. And then we did like lots of different renderings in that style.
Really cool.
But yeah, not only dogs, also probably the most funny thing is the fucking gang.
Wait, what?
The, yeah. Wait, did animals doing it?
Nice. Okay, okay. I hope I don't get banned for
Um,
that.
Jess was also helping. Jess was doing the rigging for this part, and we did
Mm.
the rigging on top of the simulation.
Mhm. Damn, that's really funny.
And yeah, there's all cute one. Look, they're really nice and happy.
Mhm. Like, was the art direction by Peggy a lot, or was it more that you had a lot
No,
freedom and to explore
no.
and
She just said,
do
"I
something
like
cool?
cute animals hugging. I
Ok-
like hugging." That's everything she said. So,
Okay.
and then some things turned out to be looking like fucking. I don't know if it was this one, and she said, "Yeah, I really like it. Let's make them fucking." I don't know if it was this video which she started to see, and then she pushed it to
Mhm.
and yeah, I have many humping animals,
Nice.
and I have wait group hump. Oh wait, they're not humping. Which was the humping? Group fuck. Yeah, they're just two.
Mhm.
But it's nice. I really like the workflow here of blending the AI objects and then melting them over with realistic materials and vertex map animations.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really, really cool. I need to play a lot more with that actually. I was also like thinking about using Meshy or something to
Yeah,
create
Tripo is the
assets.
best so far. Meshi didn't make well. Tripo made better meshes than Meshi.
Cheapo. Yeah, I might reach out to you and ask you for the best one when it comes
Yeah,
to that point. But those are looking really, really nice.
yeah. I
Yeah,
need to post that stuff soon.
yeah, yeah.
And as I said,
Yeah, is it out now? Because you said like the tennis stuff is not out yet, or?
yeah, everything was out. I mean, the shows were all live,
Mhm.
but I just didn't post it because I have so much
Ah, okay,
stuff
okay.
that
Mhm.
I'm like overwhelmed of showing that I
Yeah,
don't know
wait a little bit
how
with the tennis stuff, because if you post tennis stuff and I do it as well, I get no views at all. So
and I
that's
need
that's a
to
bad
hurry
timing
extra.
for me. So,
Here, wait, someone did send me some videos from the show in Australia.
mhm, nice.
Uh, yeah, here's the tennis stuff
Yeah,
that was on the Australian Open.
yeah, really cool.
And I think the other shot was also this one worked really well. I think the big tennis thingy.
Mhm. Yeah, I
And
think I
we
love that
visit her.
shot. That's really cool.
Wow, but I have too many videos here of her show going crazy.
Yeah, I think
Need to do
I saw one shot in your story where the show was already over and you kind of were in the aftermath and all the stuff was lying on the floor and so on.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Just
something.
some hype people were
This one,
still
yeah.
trying to have fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this one you posted it in your story.
No, it was fun. It was nice.
Yeah, cool. So let's maybe continue with the next question, my
Yeah, I
friend.
think we have too many questions.
Yeah,
We
I
need
also think
to
so. Yeah.
cut down some.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Let's
mean,
quickly first have a look onto what people want to know.
mhm.
Dream Artist collab with Peggy. Yeah, it was really nice. Does Vincent get AI hate? No, I didn't. And I think I didn't get AI hate because I don't do AI slop, which I find boring. I try to implement AI in workflows and try to find interesting ways to use it as an artist and not as a slop creator.
Mhm.
I think people understand that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, let's
Fucking
maybe
AI.
jump into an AI question.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
so actually, like you're using quite a lot AI, for example, for those kind of assets in order to create those assets. And I also saw some late experiences or late experiments from you where you kind of did some scanning. And I also think the fly was kind of partly AI done or something.
Yeah, no,
So,
it's a scan. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
picture, and then we put it into HiTim,
Hmm.
another image to 3D mesh with super high quality, but it doesn't have good mesh. So if you want to simulate it, that doesn't work. But for a single asset, that works really well.
Yeah.
And anyway, every week something new is coming out, so you'd never know
Yeah.
what's up to date now.
The pace is
Uh,
crazy with AI, right? It's super crazy to keep up. But I actually
I like.
the question I wanted to ask you here is, what do you think is missing in AI right now in order to leave 3D behind? So what do you think like is missing to simply stick to AI and you don't need 3D at all?
Well, I think for me, they're still missing a few things. It's too
Hmm.
random for me now. It's mostly just a slot machine where you hope for a good result. And like right now, everything in AI I do is based on the work I do in cinema.
Hmm.
So I either train a LoRa with my own work and then I get stuff spit out which is already close to what I do, or I put in an original artwork of myself and tell whatever AI I'm using to make alternatives out of it, and then I don't know what, animate or use it or build it as an asset or things like that. But without my database, it would be really difficult to find something which reflects my style, because it's
Hmm.
probably really good in recreating realistic scenes, but the weird abstract thing I do is also very hard to describe in words, so it's not there yet. And once again, now it's too much randomness. You just hope for a result. It's a slot machine and you're in a
Yeah.
casino, little dopamine hits, but in the end it's so boring. It's not a journey, it's not a way, it's not a workflow. It's not what I love about 3D. 3D is for me is like a journey. Going every step is building up a world. Could be something like a Lego world theme. That's what I always tell myself. I'm playing Lego for adults, even though some parts are really really annoying and frustrating. In the end, I still like it. But regarding the question in combination, I would love to see AI implemented in workflows. That's what I try to do anyway. Like
Hmm.
getting rid of the stuff which I don't enjoy. Like I don't like modeling,
Hmm.
and using these parts for AI to implement them. Or I don't know, you could use like certain blocks. I want to work with super cool soft body stuff, but then the algorithm, for example, couldn't be there such a rigid one. You could use like AI empowered algorithm which are not as accurate, but I don't care for 100% accurateness. I want creative freedom and quick way of iterating. And also with AI, it's not so iterative.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing to design so well. But yeah, in the end, I hope that AI tools will be implemented in 3D tools, and then you do retopology, UVs, upscaling, faster render. I mean, rendering in 2026, that's a joke. You have
Yeah.
AI rendering whole videos in just seconds, and then you render one frame with glasses in Redshift, and it takes half an hour for one frame.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But also, I feel like when I use Comfy UI local, it also takes quite a while, depending on the resolution and so on. But if you are generating images locally, it also takes quite a while. I mean, obviously, this kind of stuff that happens online on servers when you generate images with AI, those are kind of fast, but the local AI stuff is also quite slow.
Yeah, it's slower, but
Yeah.
compared to cinema, I mean, think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it. How
true.
long does it take? I work for one artwork like 2 days, 3 days, and then it renders the whole night.
Yeah. So Maxon, if you hear us, we want AI to be implemented in Cinema 4D for modeling, retopo, and so on, as you said, right? That could be a
Yeah,
nice
my
update.
biggest wish would be that they implement some sort of AI algorithm in hair.
Mhm.
And I always watch 2 Minute Papers, the guy, and last thing
Mhm.
I've watched a paper they were discussing about real-time hair simulation. It looks amazing. It's crazy how good it is, and it's real time. And if I do hair in cinema, it's just not working. You need the most patience you ever have to just do something with hair.
Yeah, yeah.
So please implement that.
I think it's better in Houdini, but I'm also not using a lot of those grooming tools and stuff like that. Let's maybe see if we have another question in the chat, and then we maybe can do 2 or 3 quick questions, just simple yes or no questions, in order
Yeah,
to.
to wrap it up, because I have to cycle 10 kilometers to
Yeah,
home.
yeah,
And let me quickly have a look outside of the window if it's getting better, because
yeah. It
like
was
an hour ago,
snowing, right?
yeah, there was a lot of snow. I think it still is.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I'm currently grooming, but in Houdini, like right now. Okay.
I think it's impossible to cycle home. So I
That's
have to
good.
take the train. That takes very long.
Ah, okay. I thought that's good. So you need to stay at the office with us. You sleep simply at the office and you can chill with us 2 more hours.
Yeah, I sleep on the floor here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, easy.
What are questions on this stream? Let's see.
Yeah. Do we have any questions? And otherwise, I would say maybe we could wrap it up with some health, work-life balance stuff.
What a time to be alive. So someone else is also watching that. What a time to be a paper mentioned. Yeah, I really like. I watched it a lot. I really like it. By the way, I'm sharing his channel for the people who don't know that.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Here, watch that. It's nice. Where 3D could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 Minutes Papers is really, really good. They have a lot of stuff. I'm also watching this. So maybe 2 quick questions. I just want to ask you, and you just simply answer with 1 word, okay?
Ja, mach mal.
Okay. Alles klar, let's go. So you need to choose one task, retopo or rigging?
I have 0 skills in rigging, so it has to be retopo.
Okay. Then the next question is, you need to pick one genre in 3D and are only allowed to work in this genre for the rest of your life. 3D porn or NFTs? I mean, you did the fucking animals, right, already? You have some
Fucking
experience.
animals, yeah, then I go with the porn stuff, yeah.
That's a nice one, yeah. You decide 1 year back pain or 1 month working with Houdini only.
I already have back pain, so easy.
So you take the back pain.
No, I
Okay.
take Houdini because I already have back pain.
Okay. But then you only are allowed to work with Houdini. But yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, one more question. Quick question. If someone
Houdini
points.
or 400 Watt FTP. Yeah, then 400 Watt FTP. We have a cyclist here as well.
Yeah. We have also a cycling question later. So if someone points a gun to your head and says you need to choose one 3D software for the rest of your life, 3ds Max or Maya, which one will it be? I know those are tough questions.
I didn't test any of them, but if I would choose one, I would go with Maya, and then I would retire and open a animal sanctuary or whatever.
Okay.
So I have to use it, but I'm not using it.
Okay. One quick question is also, if you could use only one modifier for the rest of your life in Cinema 4D, which one will it be? Which one is the most used modifier by Vincent Schwenk?
If I'm not allowed to use soft bodies, then I need to choose the jiggle deformer.
Okay. Good
It
one.
makes wiggle.
Yeah, good one. Okay,
I
so
forgot the most important question. What is the most important question?
what is the most important question? Yeah.
Epic, what is it?
Yeah, Glepik, let's go. Spill the tea. Hits or ass? Bro, you need to answer.
Mm, both.
Both is a good one.
No, I would say S.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm also probably gonna go with that. You see, I have a really, really wild community, so all these questions are not from me.
Probably there are like 90% boys.
Yeah, exactly.
All
Yeah,
the
bro.
random boys.
It's a sausage party here, as you know. I think 2D mostly is a sausage party. So let's maybe for the end, let's do a little talk about health, work-life balance, and then we can probably sum it up. I hope that's still fine for you. I don't want to keep you here in the chat.
Yeah,
So let's
for me
maybe
it's
do
all good.
one more quick one, and then we jump into some discussion stuff. So no cycling or no 3D anymore. Which one would you take?
Yeah, well, it depends. Let's say if I don't have to earn any money anymore,
I
then I
think
would say no 3D. I like cycling way more than doing 3D,
okay.
obviously. I
So
love
if
cycling.
yeah, so if you don't have money problems or if you don't need to generate income, okay, I can understand that. So the last question actually is, what do you do to stay healthy? What is your best work-life balance tip? What is the best kind of way to deal with all the stressful 3D life and long working hours and so on? What is your best work-life balance tip?
It's a really bad question for me because I think I'm not the best to that. But I'm struggling with my, I don't know if it's the health or the mental thing or something. Since 3 years and 4 months, I have constant dizziness, like a vertigo, and I tested everything and made everything and had so many doctors and appointments, and no one found anything. And till 3 years and 3 months, I am on a crazy health journey, and I am now as fit as never. I do a lot of sports and do so many healthy routines. I have a ice bath in the garden, which I go 3 times a week. I have an infrared sauna in the basement. I go 3 to 4 times a week. I do go in this gym 2 times a week plus courses like 3 times a week. So I do 5 times a week sports plus the cycling 5 times a week. I do
Wow.
stretching. I do mental exercises like calming exercise, and I really became a very good sleeper. That's also well, if you start to become interested in the whole health game, you probably end up at Brian Johnson or Huberman, and then you know that sleeping is the number one goal. I was pretty bad at sleeping with stress, COVID, like lots of things happening, and now I'm professional. I sleep very well. I have a sleep score always above 90.
Nice. That's good. Yeah.
So yeah, I try to invest a lot in health with everything. I read a lot. I hear a lot. I hear, for example, very often the podcast of the Diary of a CEO. And yeah, for example, like I have something on there right now. They have a lot of health topics and business and things like that. So if you want to learn things like this, I will post it in the comments here as well.
Yeah.
Diary of a CEO.
That's a pretty good recommendation. So you're doing a lot of sports and a lot of ice bathing and stuff, and you're also taking care of your sleep. What about your nutrition? Are you also taking care of what you eat and so on? Are
Yeah, of
you?
course, a lot. I started doing intermittent fasting when I've started to get these issues because this is one of the first thing you learn that everyone says this is the number one health driver for everything. For your guts can recover. You can start to clean up your like the unused things, and yeah, it helps with insulin spikes and so on and so on. So this is the first thing I did, and I don't eat meat, but that for already like 15 years
Yeah,
or
same.
longer. And I do
Mhm.
take supplements, trying to balance the perfect thing. And I try to eat, but I don't eat sugar. I don't
Mhm.
drink alcohol. This is alcoholfrei.
Strong,
So
yeah.
very rarely I drink alcohol. I try to eat high fiber, high vegetables, high protein, and little carbs. And yeah, I do like everything, also from creatine to some protein to the typical stuff. Probably everyone's taking like D3 or like magnesium at the evening to calm the muscles. And
Mhm.
yeah, basically, I'm just following what everyone in the internet is currently saying or what current science studies find. And yeah, I try to implement as much as I can in my daily life to always hope that if I have a very perfectly good body and mind, that at some point this annoying vertigo will go away, because this is really like 24/7. It's every day, every week, every
Damn.
year. And for people who don't know what it feels like, I recently went over like a Hängebrücke, like a hanging
Mhm.
bridge. If it's a long one and you then start walking on normal ground again, you feel like weird. And this is a feeling I am struggling with such a long time now. And
Damn, man.
yeah, but because of this, I think I will live 20 years longer than if I would not have got it, with all the exercises and like, yeah, everything, intermittent fasting. And yeah,
Yeah.
you name one thing, I probably give me something, I'll probably do it. I
Yeah.
do low salt, no sugar, and
Yeah, that's crazy. Hopefully
yeah,
your dizziness goes away. That's really crazy that you tried out so many things and it didn't help at all, and all those doctors could not find anything. Um, so
it's
that
not even doctors. I also I did therapy, or I'm doing therapy and trying to find a thing, if it's something related with my mind or some traumas. I had
Mhm.
some severe accident when I was younger,
Mhm.
and I think this might be linked to something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know yet. And I have one thing, I have to wear this because I went to a dentist who said that the dizziness comes from that the jaw is not sitting
Mhm.
correctly, and it's a nerve is pressed because it's so tightened here,
Mhm.
and my teeth are not in the correct position. So over the years, I built up too much tension here, and that's causing the dizziness.
Okay.
And now I'm wearing this plastic thing. I have to wear it all the time, but now I'm not wearing because I'm lisping. Like, what's the English word? Yeah, I can't talk the S correctly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but is
But
it
yeah,
is
I'm
it
also
helping?
doing a
Is it
lot.
helping with the dizziness if you wear this?
Not yet, but I
Not
don't
yet.
have it for long. I just have it for a
Okay.
few weeks. It can take up to a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's crazy. I
Oh,
also hear like a lot of those dizziness stuff is happening due to the ears. Like if you have something
yeah,
wrong
no,
with
it's
your
nothing in
ears.
the ears. No,
Yeah, yeah,
that was the very easiest. There's a crystal in the ear,
yeah.
and you need to do an exercise where you fall quickly on the bed,
Mhm,
and like, and then the crystal gets rearranged, and then you're good again.
mhm.
But if you have that, you have very strong dizziness,
Okay.
and mine is quite light. It's just a weird feeling.
Yeah.
I still have the perfect balance. I can close my eyes and stand on one leg without any problems, and probably way better than many people. But it's, yeah, I don't know what, it's just annoying. So I'm very, very healthy.
Mhm.
And if it wouldn't be for the loose clothes, I would be probably quite ripped under that.
Shredded, man, shredded.
Yeah, I can confidently say I am really shredded,
Yeah,
because, yeah, as I
nice.
said, I do this like 4 times a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're also super sporty. Like I remember like when you were cycling to the off, like from Munich to Barcelona over the Alps and so on together with Vitaly. I mean, that's
Yeah, that was
something.
really nice. I would
Yeah,
love to do
that's.
something this year again. So if anyone wants to cycle with me somewhere,
We should do a little community event. Cycling to Barcelona. Would that be fun?
yeah, I've seen you are into cycling as well. I would cycle there again. It was nice.
I am into cycling, but I'm not so good as you are. I would probably die at the mountain. I'm also not so shredded like you. I'm having a little bit of a belly, you know. And when I need to, when I need to cycle up the hill, I'm dying, man. That's
then let's not make it this year because I will have anyway a talk in Georgien, Georgia, and I won't be at off. But then you have 1 more year to train yourself. If you go for 1 year, cycle a lot, then it's easy. 1 year training, easy. You'll manage.
I'm afraid to say yes now. But yeah, let's see.
And
let's see. I will not say no, but I will not say
what about the tandem, Max?
What about the tandem? Yeah.
No, I'm not cycling him to the off. He has to go alone.
If Vince does all the work at the mountain, we can do tandem. That's fine.
We have someone else joining us. Studio Notoire is also coming.
Yeah, I'm up for cycling to off. Bro, if we are a few people, I'm not gonna say yes now because the people from the chat, they're not forgetting.
Oh, nice. He's doing the Flanders cycle next week. Congrats. That's pretty cool.
How many kilometers would you be doing?
Depends on how much time we have. But with Vitaly, we went the shortest was 130 kilometers, but we had quite a lot of elevation, and the longest was 220.
Bro, that's a lot.
Yeah, Jürgen is also gonna join. Whoop whoop.
Ich radel auch mit. Nice. Yeah, okay, maybe if we find some people, but if I cannot keep up, you need to leave me behind.
20K.
Die ersten 20 Kilometer, yeah. Yeah, Jürgen, I'm with you. We stay together then somewhere close to Munich and have a beer, and then we fly over to the off. So anyways, let's do maybe a short Q&A, and then we call it a day. What about this? I would share a tandem with Max. Yannick, okay? If Yannick goes with a tandem with me, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Are you also cycling, Yannick?
Yeah, he's cycling a lot. I see him on Strava. He's very active. He's a really, really strong cyclist. I'm super bad, but Yannick will carry me.
Yeah, then I can make you all Windschatten.
Yeah. We need some Windschatten, and then
from Copenhagen is quite far, but you need to take the train. Let's all meet in Augsburg, and then we go to a different route. That would be nice. To Schwabenland.
Yeah, sounds good. So we meet in Augsburg, and then we start from Augsburg. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, Windschatten. And by the way, I have a second cycling joke. Because my last name is Schwenk, and what only people who speak German will understand is my legs are quite fat trained, and they're called Schwenkel.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you have to understand German.
Schwenkel. Yeah.
Schwenkel. What else did we had in the cycling game?
Yeah. So Yannick is saying, I wanted to do Copenhagen to Munich this year. Might be a good first test. Yeah, I think it's a good test, but you don't have the Alps, right? I think the hardest part are the Alps, I guess, with Höhenmeter.
I cycled to Copenhagen from Hamburg. That was nice. But it was so windy. It was hard. Yeah. So guys, is there any other questions you guys have? Maybe. She wants to. What you advise the person who endgamed 3D without all these stuff? Is this one? What? I don't understand that question.
Thanks again. What would you advise the person who endgamed 3D without all these stuff? Is this one?
I don't understand the question.
I think what he means is like if you reached like already a very high level in 3D and you're part of the end game in the 3D game, what would you?
What stuff?
I think more technical probably, or if you just if you play through.
I don't know. Sorry, you need to write your question a bit more precise.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, to Jürgen, let's make it perhaps a bit more accessible. You or I will take the train to Augsburg. We meet for lunch, and then we all cycle back to Munich. We can have dinner here, and then you take the train back to Augsburg, and I stay here.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good.
It's easy. I already cycled a few times to Augsburg.
Yeah, I think it's like 60 or 65 kilometers or something.
Yeah, a little bit more, but yeah.
That's quite doable, I think. Yeah, I would be down. That's for sure. I can give a yes on that one.
Good. So, anyone wants to join us? Munich, Augsburg, Augsburg, Munich with cycling?
Maybe we can do a little community event. Why not? I think there are a few people who might join us. So Ika rewrote his question, I guess. You mentioned 3D was endgame for you, and you learned colors
the
and
endgame for me, because I learned so many different things until I started with 3D, of photography, illustration, graphic design, colors, composition, everything like that. And what if person land endgame without the path? Yeah, I mean, if you land there without the path, it's even better.
Mm-hmm.
But well, you don't have to go that path. Everyone has his own path. You learn things from everywhere. Just, I don't know. I, for example, learn a lot from watching movies. I really like movie stuff, and being like the DOP and the director, and watching, like, sometimes I watch a video and then I watch like how they made the edit and people talking about the edit, and then I watch it again and I only try to focus on how it was edited. Or yeah, it's nice, but there are a million other ways to learn. Go to the museum, learn from old artists, go out, take pictures, start drawing things, start reading books about art and design,
composition and so on,
I don't know,
lighting.
just do a lot of things that help me a lot. Work, like, do your own things. Just do it, Nike style. So what else is, yeah, Jürgen, that's so nice. Then let's make the bicycle thingy.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I
it's
would
gonna
be
be
down.
better soon.
Yeah, probably we need to wait until the weather is a little bit better, but then we should do it for sure. Yeah, anything else you guys want to ask Vincent, since we have him now here and we're not letting him leave?
I wasn't doing anything before 3D. I was working 3 months at a branding agency, but branding was not the right thing for me. I was hired as a branding artist. I never was hired in a studio. Like, I was always freelancing my whole life, except from the 3 months we had 6 months internship plus 3 months working at a studio in Hamburg.
Max Schwugier learn from 6 and 5. What? Your number one tip for sleeping well. Yannick asked your number one tip.
6 and 5 is really amazing.
Yeah, they're really good.
For sleeping well. So avoid your screen time too late. And I do this stuff a lot. I will send you a link. I do this before I go to bed. I lie down on these things.
Are you also into meditation? Are you doing this?
Yeah, but I find it very difficult. I always try to. Sometimes I'm better and I do it more often. Sometimes I lose it again. So I do lie on this thing and I listen to some meditation podcasts and try to focus, or I listen to breathing podcasts and I do the calm breath, like 4 box breathing or 4-7-8 breathing. And while I am on that helps me to really calm down my nervous system, and then I fall asleep way faster. Also, for calming down, ashwagandha worked quite good for me. This is like a GABA receptor thing which calms down your nervous system. If you have problems with sleeping, you can try ashwagandha. Yeah, meditating is really great, but yeah, I need to do it more. But there's so much thing I need to do. It's always hard to pick the right thing.
Exactly, yeah. I have the same problem. I fortunately never had problems with sleeping. That's a good thing. I'm sleeping like a stone and I fall asleep like within 10 minutes or something. It's crazy.
That's really good. No,
Yeah.
my worst time of anxiety or corona things going crazy, I stayed up for 2 or 3 hours in bed, just
Wow,
lying and not being able to fall asleep.
that
But I
sucks.
also figured out for myself, I need to be very, very sensitive with coffee. I can't drink coffee
Mm,
after 2 p.m.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm drinking these like even at 8 p.m. or something, like these kind of, and it's not affecting my sleep at all. I feel like I can still sleep very well.
Nah, I would not be so sure about that. I wouldn't do anything which elevates your system
Hmm.
after, I don't know. For me, it's 2, but definitely not. What's the time? 9:45?
Yeah.
No, 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 no.
Okay, Mama Schwenk.
Yeah,
All
I'm the
right.
health police. That's what Pia
Yeah,
always says.
yeah, the health police. Okay, officer.
So
Um,
what else?
guys, maybe 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes. I think Vincent.
I'm
I
always
really
the one
don't
who
want to
who
steal your
always.
time. I know you need to travel for quite a long time with the train, as you said.
Yeah,
Um,
not with the bike is 25 minutes and with
mhm.
train is 35. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but you said you were going with the train, right? I mean, up to
I
you. If
will
you
see if I can cycle. Let's see how difficult it is, but
yeah, I mean, up to you if you want to stay and answer a few
yeah,
more
we can
questions.
make like 5 more questions. What, like 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes? Do we have
Yeah,
any?
yeah.
Um,
So the one question is, did you delete your old works from Instagram or other social media, or did you come back for old
no, I
works to
always
enhance it?
left everything on.
Yeah, same.
Pinterest,
Pinterest or
yeah,
Pure
well,
Ref? What do you use
Pinterest,
probably?
yeah, Pinterest, but not too much. Mostly, I use Pinterest to vomit my work onto there.
Oh, really? You upload onto Pinterest?
It's also the bot who makes all that.
Okay, crazy. Is that like a thing? I've never uploaded something to Pinterest actually.
I don't know. This is the desperate move of every 3D artist now, and I'm also posting on LinkedIn now
Yeah,
because
that's also what I'm doing.
it's
LinkedIn, Instagram,
so.
Twitter. Also, Reddit is pretty good. Have you tried Reddit?
This one not yet. It's the only one open.
Yeah.
But it's really crazy how much the jobs crashed down compared to a few years ago.
Hmm.
I used to have an auto reply in Gmail for canceling jobs because I had so many job offers.
Hmm.
And now I would say same as Patreon, 90% or 95% less
Yeah.
than it used to be.
Yeah, I also recognize that. It's horrible.
So it's
So,
a very bad time for everyone who starts now. I read some comments
mhm.
that they just starting. Difficult time to start, I would
Could you
say.
see yourself not working directly on 3D files, but just directing? Have you done that before?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
mostly like directing a team or something?
Yeah, I do directing as well, but most of the time I always jump on 3D as well then.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think
Brudi,
about politics as an artist?
yeah,
Wow,
maybe that is a good
it's so
time.
sad. I every time I open the newspaper is yeah, I stopped reading the newspaper in the morning and I don't even read it in the evening. It's just too depressive.
Do you think like mostly the American politics or also German stuff?
Every politics right
I
now,
agree.
the
I
whole
agree.
world is in agony,
Yeah,
agony, I think.
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy with all the Rechtsruck, right? With all this right-wing stuff
Yeah, too many
happening.
right
All
wings and
yeah,
aggression and
it's
climate
crazy.
change and
Hmm.
yeah, it's just too negative.
Yeah. So how
How
would
would
you?
you start freelancing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, it's tough times
I
right
would
now.
probably do everything the same as a that, like try to push out your work as much as you can, try to be seen by people, try to that people recognize your name somehow,
Hmm.
and then
Yeah, I
with a bit
think.
of luck.
Yeah, I think it's really important for us nowadays to push the social media game. It's like part of the game. Like it's not only having a strong portfolio, but you also need to push the social media game. Uh, Could you imagine being prof at university if freelance drops too much? Like,
Yeah, I was thinking about it a couple of times, but I only have a bachelor. I need to do a master first.
hmm, okay,
But yeah,
interesting.
I perhaps at some time because I like teaching. I did workshops at real universities, which was really nice to get in contact with actual people and seeing real human emotion. That's what
Mhm,
I really like about Patreon. I talk, like, for example, I just finished recording Patreon stuff and I recorded 6 hours
mhm,
and I need to cut it down and do all this stuff by my own. I talk into a black box and I have no idea if people like it or how they're reacting to it. If anyone is still watching it,
mhm.
I have zero feedback. So it's
Start live streaming with me. You can directly see if people like it or what they're asking, and but yeah.
yeah, but for example, I don't like live stream
Mhm,
knowledge wise because it's too slow for me. I
mhm.
usually, when I watch content, I watch it in double speed
Yeah, I
and
get that.
I cut out all breaks on my tutorial, so I don't want people to waste
Mhm.
when I think or when the program is loading or anything like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
like to put knowledge in quickly,
Yeah, that makes
especially
sense.
when I'm not a beginner. I know a lot of stuff, so I can watch it so quickly.
Yeah, I think also nowadays with the new generation, like that is like being affected by TikTok and Instagram Reels and Shorts on YouTube and stuff like that. Also, they are not having the attention span that we used to. And if the YouTube is, if the tutorial is longer than 20 minutes, they're like, "What the fuck? That's such a long video. I'm not gonna watch that." I have that a lot with longer tutorial series and stuff like that. People are not watching it because they're saying it's too long. Um,
Oh, my
so yeah.
camera overheated again.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
maybe a
it's a
sign
sign from the
from
camera.
yeah, it's a sign from higher mighty powers that the stream has come to an end.
Yeah. So I would say thanks, Max, for the invitation. Thanks for everyone to listening to
Hmm?
an old white guy being depressed.
I think it was not that
And
bad. Yeah, thank you for being here, mate. It was really, really lovely. And I hope to interview maybe more artists and maybe you come back at some point and we do a part two. Because I feel like we didn't cover a lot questions. I had so many more. But I think we
yeah,
spoke, yeah, a lot, and it was super fun. And so thank you also for taking your time, man. And have a good and safe travels home. So
thank you.
when it's frozen outside, please don't use the bike. Use the train and stay safe. Yeah.
No, it's not about frozen, it's about the wetness. I am really a good cyclist. If it's frozen, it's easier to cycle even.
Oh really? I
Yeah,
feel like
but
that's
wet, that's the annoying part.
okay. Gotcha.
Well, we'll see. I will let you know.
All right.
Have a nice evening, everyone.
See ya,
And
my brother.
I hope to see some of the people in real because when AI is overtaking, the real thing is the real thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we will see us on the bike trip and Jürgen as well, and who else will
Yeah.
join. And not this time at off, but I will be at Us by Night. So I hope to see people at Us by Night again.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for everyone who was part of the stream. So and thank you, Vincent. Bye
Ciao,
bye.
ciao.
Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.